You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee. So you say,
"Hey, Meta, how do I make a latte?"
Brew 2 shots of espresso.
After Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you're ready for some beats.
"Hey, Meta, play hip-hop music."
You head to meet some friends, but can't remember the place.
"Hey, Meta, call Eva."
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, "Hey, Meta," to harness the power of Meta AI. Shop now at meta.com/smartglasses.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This December, get cozy on the couch with Charlie's Angels starring Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, and Looper starring Bruce Willis and Emily Blunt. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
15 hours ago, D.C., via James Gunn, who's the president of Warner Brothers in D.C. and everything, which is going to come out on Max seemingly in the next calendar year. 15 hours ago, they dropped the new teaser trailer for Superman, and it's also like subtitled Superman Legacy, which is coming out July 11th, 2025. In those 15 hours, the trailer just on DC's YouTube channel has more than 20 million views. It has been well received pretty much across the board. We know that Superman is one of those iconic legacy characters that everyone knows about. You really don't have to explain. You say Superman, everyone has a point of reference, either from comic books, from television shows, from movies. You may be only 25 years old and grew up with the Zack Snyder, Henry Cavill Superman, or you're a little bit older like me and you remember Christopher Reeve, or if you're older than me like Mark Ronner, you remember George Reeves as Superman.
Hey.
But you have a reference point. No one needs an explainer. Everyone is waiting on this movie, and I think everyone who is a fan of movies wants this movie to be right. In other words, they say, get it right, the spirit and essence of the character. Tuala, you know more about this subject than I do, and you've been collecting comics for the past 45 years.
This trailer did every single thing that it was supposed to. It let us know the tone of the story that James Gunn is telling. It let us know that this is a return to the comics. This is a return to a character that every last one of us, when we were kids, I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, you put on a towel and you ran around your house in your underwear because you believed you could fly. Superman is the quintessential superhero, and I damn near shed a tear when he was in the snow and he whistled for Krypto and he said, "Take me home."
Krypto the Superdog.
I damn near shed a tear. I knew that this is the film that it's meant to be, when the most heroic thing you see Superman doing in this trailer is saving a little girl from just mass destruction. He shields her with his body. I said, this is the heart of what Superman is about. Light-hearted, good-natured, comic book superhero. This is why they returned to the trunks. This is why, because James Gunn said, I am a comic book fan. David Cornswick, he is a comic book fan. Everyone involved in what we're doing now, we are comic book people. You need to know that this universe I'm creating is a comic book universe. It doesn't have to be set in the real world, but we can also include real world issues as the comics did from the history of comic books.
So they're talking about stuff which is going on in our world right now, And I know some people are going to say, well, I don't want another woke movie. How would you respond to that?
Then comic books and the like and all of nerddom isn't for you. If you want to brood and go and watch the absolute breakdown of someone's mental health in Joker Folio Dump, go ahead. If that's your world, good for you. Okay. If you need something more gritty, like the Penguin, and you want some mob style violence, that's for you too. Cause guess what you learn when you grow up collecting comic books? The world of comic books is for everyone. There are stories for everyone. But this story right here, this story is about a character that stood for truth and justice and saving the world. Not saving America, saving the world.
Well, different iterations. They said truth, justice, and the American way. Some people, I'm being serious, some people look upon Superman as just a savior for America. And quote unquote, I say quote unquote, American ideals. And they don't know the history of the character and how, like Superman, there was actually a Superman and a BLM episode.
There's
comic.
Yes.
There was a Superman versus the KKK. You know, Superman has always dealt with issues of the day, not just recently, but historically.
They actually had taken the American way out of the line.
I knew you get there.
Because Superman stands for the world. Also, how can Superman be, to their own recognition, from another planet and say the American way? Superman has adopted planet Earth. Superman did not adopt
Kansas.
He did not adopt Kansas. Okay.
He's an immigrant taking other people's jobs.
Undocumented.
He took somebody's job by becoming Superman.
And that's probably something that they will hit.
Forged his documents to become a reporter.
Yeah. All of that.
Has a fake social security number.
Next, he'll be hooking up with Lois and having an anchor baby.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Let's get back to the trailer because there's some exciting stuff in this, including other characters from the DC universe that we've never seen in a movie that I'm aware of. They've got Metamorpho, the Element Man, in there. And I never thought in my lifetime we were going to see a decent live action film Metamorpho because he's one of the sillier characters. And yet I've got plenty of Metamorpho comics.
Yes. Mr. Terrific. Have Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
Now, stop for just a second there on Guy Gardner, will you? Did you I think you and I both got emotional at the crypto scene. Did you also nearly laugh and wake everybody else in the house up at the Guy Gardner glimpse?
I love the look because the look is so comic accurate. I said, you SOBs, you did it. You did it. I couldn't believe it. Watching this, and here's the best thing about it, and you touched on this, Mo. This is not an origin film for Superman. James Gunn has said this is an origin story for the DC universe. Everything that happens in the DC universe that me and Peter Safran are building starts in this film. You will see all the characters that we are planning to introduce, both big and small, whether seen in Easter eggs, in actual scenes where they're interacting with Superman, or in implicit mentions. You're going to see everything here. And this is the tone that we are setting with these films. We want you to step out of reality and step into a comic book happening on screen with stories that will grip you. And if you think James Gunn can't grip you with a superhero story, try not to shed a tear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Try not. I dare you.
All three of them are good. He's earned his street cred making a superhero film.
I wonder. Now, I said earlier, this is probably going to be the biggest movie of the year. It's going to have the most anticipation in front of it. But I wonder how big of a hit it's going to be. And I mean that in a good way. I think the runway is out there for it. Yeah, there's some Marvel movies coming out of which I think will also do well. But this is one of those movies where if the trailers roll out correctly, as far as not showing too much, maintaining interest, this is one of those $1.5 billion movie potential projects.
Easy. This stands to right the ship that was sinking previously with DC. DC could not get a hit to save their lives. They have some mid films. Most all of their films are mid to terrible. I enjoyed Black Adam, but it wasn't a box office hit by any means. I loved The Suicide Squad because James Gunn's treatment of it was so good. But people by that point were like, if it's got DC stink on it, I'm not going to go watch it.
Yeah, Shazam, both of them were awful.
Both of those, the entire Batman versus Superman to the Justice League of whatever the hell you guys are doing. All those things. It was just bad to bad to bad to bad.
Hold that thought. Let's come back and finish up this conversation and also talk about what Disney did in 2024. For all the criticism that Disney received about its supposed programming and casting decisions, well, Disney was the only studio to hit $2 billion at the domestic box office. So evidently it was doing something right that every other studio was doing wrong. Take that however you want.
The only thing better than the holidays are holidays packed with NFL games. Kicking off Thursday, December 19th with an AFC West showdown.
Touchdown Chargers!
Then a Saturday doubleheader. 12 games Sunday with a battle in Lambeau on Monday night.
Oh, what a play! What a catch!
And a Christmas Day doubleheader for the ages on Netflix.
Oh, sweet Marie!
That's how the NFL does the holidays.
You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Classic style, innovative tech. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee, desperately. So you say,
Hey Meta, how do I make a latte?
To make a latte, brew 2 shots of espresso.
after Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you start walking to work, and you need a soundtrack.
Hey Meta, play hip-hop music.
With the built-in camera, you snap a pic of a dope mural on the side of a building that you think is worth sharing.
Hey Meta, text my last photo to Eva.
Sending message.
After work, you head to meet some friends.
Hey, nice glasses.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, hey Meta, to harness the power of Meta AI. Listen to music, make hands-free calls with open-ear audio and built-in microphones, and so much more. All while staying present to the world around you. Shop Ray-Ban Meta glasses at meta.com/smartglasses.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Last segment, we were talking about the new trailer which dropped for Superman, which I think, and I'm going to call my shot now, will be the biggest movie of 2025. It's there for the taking. Unless Superman does not deliver, it will be the biggest movie of 2025, if only because old, young, does not matter your background. Y'all know Superman, and everyone I think will buy into a good Superman movie. Period. It's not even thought of in terms of perception as a comic book movie, even though it is. People may think of Superman because of George Reeves or Christopher Reeve, having nothing to do with comic book authenticity or accuracy. It's an iconic character in America, and a good movie with that character will do well. And I think it's the right time, and we're ripe for a really good Superman movie for this era. Oh, and in the movie, they have one of Christopher Reeve's sons.
Really?
Yep. One of his sons is in the movie. It's playing a news reporter. I don't know how large of a piece, but with James Gunn, there'll be all sorts of Easter eggs. So I was listening to the trailer, and I could hear the music as a leitmotif of the John Williams soundtrack theme to Christopher Reeve's Superman 1978.
Now,
78.
As another music person, you have to love that score. When we were kids, we didn't have much besides, let me backtrack here. Generally, when we were that age, scores to movies came out on the records well before the movie, and that's all we had. And so we would listen to those things until we practically wore out the record. And that John Williams Superman score is one of the most beautiful things he's ever done. It's better than Star Wars.
By a lot. I'm being serious. By a lot, as far as just iconic themes, and we used to always use it as an intro to our our Comic-Con.
Yeah, the Comic-Con
broadcast,
show, yeah.
Because everyone recognized it and bought into it. I'm excited, and there are a few movies that I get genuinely excited for, because I was a huge fan of the Christopher Reeve Supermans up until Superman 4.
He was a perfect Superman, and that doesn't take anything away from George Reeves. And if you go down the list and look at all of them, like even the Brandon Routh Superman had his strong points, like the scene in that movie, which Not a great movie. Not a great Lex Luthor.
The movie was bad.
Kind of a show tunes Lex Luthor.
The Superman wasn't bad. The movie was bad.
The scene where he brings down the airplane in that movie nearly made me cry back in the day because special effects finally caught up with the character.
Yeah.
That,
and the stopping the criminals on the rooftop with the Gatling gun.
With the bullet to the eyeball?
Yeah.
Yes. It had its moments. It could not live up to its predecessor, even though pretty much it was a sequel to the Richard Donner Superman.
Yes, absolutely. It is.
It was considered a sequel, but it wasn't a sequel, if that makes any sense.
With the worst Lois Lane of all time.
Oh, leave her alone.
Okay. I am hopeful about this one because I think James Gunn gets it, and he has gotten himself into a position where he probably doesn't have to take a lot of notes from people.
No, it's his ship. And if it doesn't do spectacularly, he will get all the blame because it's not like he can say, well, I wanted this, but the studio wanted that. No, he will have final edit decision. What we will see will be the director's cut, you could say. Also, before we go to break, got to let you know this. Disney has been a lightning rod for a lot of people. It's been a part of political controversy with its fight with Ron DeSantis in Florida, with the Don't Say Gay bill. There has been a lot of perceived politics surrounding Disney. And a common refrain you would hear from people is, well, go woke, go broke. And it was used most often in reference to Disney as far as its casting choices, movie storylines. We talked yesterday about Pixar removing the transgender storyline from its upcoming series, one of its upcoming series. Despite all that, Disney as a studio is doing just fine financially, actually better than any other movie studio out there in the world. It's the only studio to hit $2 billion in revenue at the domestic box office this year. I'm talking about Inside Out, and this is just a domestic now. Inside Out grossed $653 million. You had the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, Deadpool and Wolverine, $637 million. And Moana 2, as of right now, is $342 million and climbing. Oh, and by the way, Mufasa comes out tomorrow, or is actually out now in previews. And that's set to do at least $50 million this weekend.
Yeah. And that's not counting all the other things that they own, i.e. the Aliens movie that just came out, which it still did well enough domestically. So with all the stuff that came out through 20th Century Fox and all that, they're really killing the game.
Yeah, people don't understand that Disney is a global company. It's not just speaking to a specific political bent in a portion of America. If you look at Disney Plus subscriptions, America is not the largest country as far as Disney Plus subscriptions. It is a worldwide company speaking to a worldwide audience. And when they're making their programming decisions or their movie decisions, it's not just about what's happening in flyover country here in America. It's global business. It's not an American business. It's more than just a quote unquote multinational corporation. And the receipts in the end say it all. The only studio to hit $2 billion at the domestic box office. So no, going forward, you personally, politically may not like the direction of Disney or the movies it may put out, like the Marvels or something like that, or you may not like the casting choices, like changing the race of Perry White as what's going to be in this upcoming Superman.
Yeah,
but it's going to. But I mean, I'm saying, I know.
Wasn't Perry White already black from the last couple of movies?
Yes, but I'm just saying, just for example, people may not like that, but I'm saying these companies are making the decision because they're speaking to a larger audience than just a small portion of America. They're speaking to the world. It's later with Mo Kelly. When we come back, and speaking of Disney, well, you'll have your chance to win a family 4-pack to Disney on Ice, Magic in the Stars. That's next, so don't go anywhere.
The only thing better than the holidays are holidays packed with NFL games. Kicking off Thursday, December 19th with an AFC West showdown.
Touchdown Chargers!
Then a Saturday doubleheader. 12 games Sunday with a battle in Lambeau on Monday night.
Oh, what a play! What a catch!
and a Christmas Day doubleheader for the ages on Netflix.
Oh, sweet Marie!
That's how the NFL does the holidays.
You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Classic style, innovative tech. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee, desperately. So you say,
Hey Meta, how do I make a latte?
To make a latte, brew 2 shots of espresso.
after Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you start walking to work, and you need a soundtrack.
Hey Meta, play hip-hop music.
With the built-in camera, you snap a pic of a dope mural on the side of a building that you think is worth sharing.
Hey Meta, text my last photo to Eva.
Sending message.
After work, you head to meet some friends.
Hey, nice glasses.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, hey Meta, to harness the power of Meta AI. Listen to music, make hands-free calls with open-ear audio and built-in microphones, and so much more. All while staying present to the world around you. Shop Ray-Ban Meta glasses at meta.com/smartglasses.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Let me tell you about 56 of your favorite Disney stars who will shine brightly in Disney on Ice as it presents Magic in the Stars, featuring the most Disney characters in one show with the all-star cast including Mirabelle, Woody, and Buzz, Tiana, Moana, and more. Highlighted by the on Ice debuts of the Frozen 2 story, plus Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon. In fact, we're going to give away a family 4-pack tonight to opening night at the Long Beach Arena, which is Thursday, January 2nd at 7 p.m. Joe Jacobson, performance director for Disney on Ice, joins me now on the show. Joe, nice to talk to you. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I love moments just like these, especially during the holidays. I don't know how you do it, though, Joe. No. You have the weight of the brand, the hopes of children, the history of the iconic movies that you have to live up to. Do you ever think or worry about that when it comes to crafting a show which meets these lofty expectations?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone here on our production really respects and appreciates how Disney touches so many individuals' lives. Pretty much anyone you speak to can think back and have a connection with a Disney character. And that kind of connection is really what drives our show forward and is the inspiration for everything we do out on the ice. So we treat it with the utmost respect, and we love bringing these characters to life on the ice for you guys through really dynamic athleticism or really fun choreography and just great comedy moments throughout the entire show. We really see that connection with the audience.
Something else that I think about, the Disney properties are different today than when I grew up or you grew up. There are 3D animation movies now. They're live action movies now. They are incorporated into theme parks. And what I mean by that is people who come to Disney on Ice, I would argue, are far more knowledgeable, far more invested than maybe 30 years ago. Would you agree?
I would agree, and I think that just helps support people's connection with the characters themselves. The more that people are exposed to these characters, it develops a more well-rounded character, and we have to find more and more creative and exciting ways to bring all of that action and all of that dynamics, or all those dynamics, to life. So through that, we do a lot of things with involving aerial apparatuses. Raya and the Last Dragon is one of our new segments here on the show, and she does a really cool act where she's flying 20, 30 feet above the ice from a acro pole, where she's doing a lot of really cool martial arts inspired type moves. And it just showcases the athleticism Some other fun ways that we're really bringing that to life and just kind of updating our show to meet the updates of Disney is we have a really fun ramp act in the Cave of Wonders during the Aladdin segment that's really bringing a lot of more skate park inspired athleticism and things like that to the show. So you can always expect to find high quality figure skating at a Disney on Ice show, but what you get here is also a lot of really cool a big variety of acts that are just super exciting and help tell the story in an effective way.
I'm speaking with Joe Jacobson, performance director for Disney on Ice. And Joe, your job title interests me and intrigues me. I know that no two audiences are alike. No two performances are alike. No two venues are alike. What is your night usually like when you have these performances? I mean, I know you're an active participant in everything that's going on, but just walk me through what some of your duties may be before a show, during a show.
Well, let's take today, for example. We're getting ready to open here at crypto.com arena. I'm used to calling it Staples just because I grew up in the area.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're getting ready to open up here, and it never just is the night for somebody in my position. I usually get here quite early in the morning and stay through until well after the show ends at night. And part of that is just because we have such a large show featuring over 55 Disney characters. That means we have a very large cast. We have a really big crew that's doing everything they can to help make this a magical experience for families. So we usually do a whole lot of rehearsing leading into that time, making sure all the lighting and the costumes look just right. All the other aspects beyond just the skating. And then we also give our performers a chance to warm up, and I go out there and I touch base with them to make sure that they're consistently elevating their performance to the highest level possible.
What's it like seeing, especially children's faces light up?
Oh, it's one of the things that brings me the most joy from my job. One thing that I never really got to experience much as a performer, sure, you can see that face-to-face connection because it is live entertainment and you get the live feedback when you're out on the ice. But as the director, I'm actually kind of more out in the audience day to day. And oftentimes I have headsets on, so I kind of stand out a little bit. And we get a lot of feedback from families, and it always blows my mind just how much these shows can impact people and how it can bring families together, especially around the holiday season. It's a time where people are really looking for that connection with their loved ones. And our show is a great way of kind of helping foster that.
Very quickly, since you mentioned families, what are the age ranges that you're seeing? I'm quite sure you're seeing grandparents and grandchildren. What else can you tell me about just the dynamics of the people who are in attendance?
Well, I think a lot of times Disney on Ice has this, people go into it, if they haven't ever been to a Disney on Ice show, expecting that it's going to be geared for younger girls and things like that. But what we're finding is that these characters connect with everybody. And whether it's a young family out experiencing a group outing, we have a lot of people who come here on dates. We have people who are just hardcore figure skating fans, and they enjoy seeing that aspect of the show. So it's a really wide range. Our audience touches a whole lot of people, and I think as people experience it, there really is something for everyone.
Well, Joe Jacobson, you're getting ready to touch 4 more people because, as I said in my introduction, we're giving away a family 4-pack to Thursday's performance, January 2nd at the Long Beach Arena at 7 p.m. To that end, I need a number from you, Joe Jacobson, performance director for Disney on Ice, between 1 and 10.
Let's go 8.
If you're caller number 8, you and 3 members of your family or friends will be going to see Disney on Ice. It's something you don't want to miss. Disney on Ice presents Magic in the Stars, January 2nd, 2025. At the Long Beach Arena at 7 p.m. Caller number 8. I would like to thank my guest, Joe Jacobson, who is the performance director for Disney on Ice. Joe, thank you so much for what you do and the magic that you help bring to children and adults nationwide and beyond. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me. And I can't wait to see the winners of the contest at the show.
We'll make sure that we make that happen.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And I always enjoy giving away prizes to cool events. We just gave away a family 4-pack to Disney on Ice for January 2nd at the Long Beach Arena. Tuala, do we have a winner?
We absolutely do. Congratulations are in order to Mr. Doug Staggs of Lake Elsinore.
It's a little bit of a drive.
He can do it.
Okay.
He will do it because he wants to see. He was so excited. I don't know if it was his wife in his car, in the car with him, but they were through the moon.
Oh, good.
Excited.
I'd love to hear that.
Yes. Listening to the whole conversation too. Longtime fan, loves the show.
I really do appreciate that. And that's something we're going to be doing even more in 2025. We gave away a nice number of gifts in 2023. We gave them away even more in 2024. We're going to up the ante in 2025. I guarantee it. And speaking of giveaways, tomorrow on Name That Movie Called Classic, it's a blowout, basically end of the year game. Everything must go. Our remaining t-shirts, our remaining keychains, our remaining coffee mugs, we're giving them all away tomorrow night. That said, we still need first-time callers. There's no point in giving away all these cool prizes to people who already have one or some or all of those things. So we want to make sure tomorrow for our end of the year holiday edition, we're not doing it for New Year's Eve or whenever it is. This will be the last game of the year. We want to make sure that we're giving away these prizes to first-time callers, people who haven't won anything, may have been reticent to call in, weren't so sure about playing the game. Well, this is your opportunity. Everything must go. Of course, it will be holiday themed. I can tell you right now, either they will be explicitly Christmas or holiday movies, or there will be a Christmas/holiday dinner scene in it.
Okay.
So that's all I'll tell you. I have not even pulled the movies yet, but I do know it'll be one or the other. A blatant Christmas movie, holiday movie, or a movie which just happens to have a Christmas scene in it. And I have a short list in my mind of that which I'm going to get.
Those can be tough.
Oh, only tough for me. It's going to be impossible for them.
Okay. Because most of us know all the top classic holiday films. So you're going to have to dig and find some scenes we may not know.
Yes, I will. So if you just assume it's going to be a Christmas movie, you might make it more difficult for yourself than it needs to be. It just may be a scene that has a holiday backdrop in a given movie.
You know, every single Friday, when I'm overtaking listener calls and things like that, I'm listening to what people are saying. I never look at the folder because I could look at the folder and I could find out what the movies are, but I never ever do. I'm always sitting out there listening and challenging myself. And last week, there were a lot of films that I know, but I didn't know the clip. I was shocked with some of the contest callers who called in, first-time callers who actually got those clips out there like, man, I work here. I'm next door and I don't know these movies.
I'm telling you, last week, arguably was the best group of callers we've ever had. Best group of callers. Energy, spirit of playing the game, success as far as guessing the movie with the least amount of help. Arguably the best group of callers. So tomorrow you'll be judged against that group. And again, I'll say it tomorrow, of course, we want first-time callers. We want to make sure that people who get these last best gifts are people who've not played the game before, not won a prize before, don't have anything to show for it, but are obviously fans and supporters of the show.
Yeah.
We give away the most t-shirts by far. We give away the most gifts by far. This is our way of saying thank you to the many and varied listeners who have supported us over the course of this year and previous years. In fact, I might even have a shirt for Mark Ronner at some point. He keeps asking for one, but we keep forgetting to give it to him.
We got to give Mark Mark, here's what we'll give you.
Yes.
Okay, here's what we'll give you.
Yes.
And we may be able to give you
What, a
like
diaper?
15 of them.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Do we have the official Later with Mo Kelly diapers yet?
We need to have some pit diapers for 2025.
We'll get the pit diapers and we'll get them branded with Mo's face on the crotch. Can you do that?
Other side.
On the other side? Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
But we're going to give you at least 20 the Mo Kelly Show Comic-Con shirts. They're sexy. You can wear them as nightgowns.
20.
I'll give you 20 of those shirts.
You might have 18 friends.
Probably one would be good. I'm sure they're very absorbent.
We've got like
we have a lot that we have no use for, so we thought we'd give them to you.
You know that I am not Goodwill, right?
No, Goodwill would actually give them to someone else. We want you to have these.
You just want me to go through one a day for 20 days?
Why not?
Shirts, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, if only I still had cats.
And on that note, see, Robin said, I refuse to give you a rim shot. I refuse.
Man, tough crowd tonight. Tough crowd.
Well, tomorrow's another day.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you tomorrow. Get ready for the holiday blowout of all we have. Name that movie cult classic. KFI AM 640 Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Heard any of our secret mind control hidden messages recently? No? That's because we're really good at it.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The only thing better than the holidays are holidays packed with NFL games. Kicking off Thursday, December 19th with an AFC West showdown.
Touchdown Chargers!
Then a Saturday doubleheader. 12 games Sunday. With a battle in Lambeau on Monday night.
Oh, what a play! What a catch!
And a Christmas Day doubleheader for the ages on Netflix.
Oh, sweet Marie!
That's how the NFL does the holidays.
It can get lonely climbing Mount McKinley, so to entertain myself, I go to ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, I can play hundreds of online casino-style games for free, like online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Plus, I get a daily login bonus. It's just too bad that up here, I don't have anyone to share my excitement with. Woohoo!
Live the Chumba life. Anytime, anywhere. Play for free now at ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
You wake up, put on your Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You're living all in. You realize you need coffee. So you say,
Hey, Meta, how do I make a latte?
Brew 2 shots of espresso.
after Meta AI gets you caffeinated, you're ready for some beats.
Hey, Meta, play hip-hop music.
You head to meet some friends, but can't remember the place.
Hey, Meta, call Eva.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the next generation of AI glasses. Just say, hey, Meta, to harness the power of Meta AI. Shop now at meta.com/smartglasses.